Okay, should we get spelling? So today we're still in I, we're in I month, and today I'm going to be teaching you the confident rule. And if you were with me in the last year or the year before even when we had this lesson, let me know in the Q&A. Do you already know, or do you already know from some other source what the confident rule is? Have you ever heard of the confident rule when spelling? No? No? Okay, well, yay, I get to teach you something. And this is a fun spelling hack because it's everywhere. This little spelling pattern happens in so many words. You're going to see it in so many instances. Here it is. Let me just spell the word for you. I'm extending the suspense. Okay, so there's the word confident. Do you see that I, how it's in the middle syllable? How I divided that word up into its 3 syllables? And do you also notice that that I is saying I? That's its short sound. However, can you look at the vowel 2 doors down? Shouldn't that I say I because of the tab 2 rule? Yes, it should, except for when I is in the middle syllable. Then it breaks the tab 2 rule. That's what the confident rule is. When I is in the middle syllable, it gets to say I, regardless of if there are 2 consonants after it or not. So when you're spelling a word with 3 syllables or more, and that I is in the middle syllable, if it's spelling the I sound, it's okay if there's not 2 consonants after it. You're not going to double the next letter. So in confident, you're not going to double the D. In hospital, do you see it's the same thing? That I is saying I, isn't it? Even though it looks like it shouldn't be able to spell the I sound because of the tab 2 rule, there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors down. But when I is in the middle syllable, it gets to say I, regardless of if there are 2 consonants after it or not. So you don't have to double that T. It's a little princess of a letter. Now, how are you supposed to know when you're spelling if it's in the middle syllable or not? It can't be just the middle of a word. It can't be just in a word like lint, a 1-syllable word, or even picnic, a 2-syllable word. You can tell when you're spelling if a word is 3 syllables or not, if there are 3 vowels that don't touch. That's how you'll know. So when you're spelling, you can see in confident, the O doesn't touch the I doesn't touch either of the vowels, and the E doesn't touch the I. So no vowel can touch. That's how you know it's a syllable. So in there we have the O, the I, and the E that aren't touching, so it's a 3-syllable word. In the next word, hospital, we have the O, the I, and the A that aren't touching, so we know it's a 3-syllable word. I has to be in the middle like that. It can also happen in 4 or 5-syllable words, and it can also happen when there's 2 I's in both middles. And it's still okay. It still doesn't have to have 2 consonants after it. So let me show you what that looks like when we're spelling. So I'm going to share my screen. Isn't that a fun fact? Spelling is full of fun facts. If you just are taught what they are, then spelling itself turns fun. All right, I want to do our first word together. Please type in the word. Let's spell this word together. I-tipid. We have I, T, I, P, I, D. I-tipid. Consonants. I, T, I, P, I, D. Vowels. I. Can an I spell the long sound right there? Yes, because there is another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. It's perfect. I. Here is our spelling hack for the day. Now, if you do the lines first and you dot the lines first, like I always highly recommend, then you'll be able to see at a glance easily that it's a 3-syllable word. You can tell because of those 3 dots right there. So I can tell when I'm spelling this I sound right here, I don't have to double the P. I don't have to have 2 consonants after it because I's in the middle syllables are princesses and they get to break the tap 2 rule. And then here's another I spelled with just a single I right there, just fine. You want to try it? Your word is imitist. Imitist. I, m, I, t, I, s, t. Imitist. And then drop it in the Q&A. Very good, Taryn. That's right. Imitist. Imitist. Very good, Rowan. It has a T at the end like Tom. Right here, there's a T. Give me one more letter, Francesco. Imitist. Imitist. Gorgeous, Joseph. There you go, Sheldon. Well done. There you go, Francesco. Good. Ridwan, give me one more letter at the end. Imitist. There's a T at the end. Imitist. There you go. Nice, Rowan. All right, so our consonants are I, m, I, t, I, s, t. That T is kind of hard to hear in the mic, isn't it? Vowels. This first I can be spelled with an I right there just fine because there's another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. I. Here is our spelling hack for the day. We can tell at a glance that this I is in the middle syllable because there's a vowel before it that doesn't touch it and a vowel after it that doesn't touch it. So it gets to say I without the next letter being doubled. There doesn't have to be 2 consonants after it. And then this I gets to say I because there is 2 consonants after it. See, this one doesn't qualify for the confident rule. This one is the tap 2 rule. There's always a because. There's always a why. Almost always. I mean, it is English, but almost always there's going to be a why behind the spelling. So it's logical. It makes sense. All right, let's try another one. Let's spell the word prinism. Prinism. We have p, r, I, n, I, s, I, m. Prinism. Consonants. P, r, I, n, I, s, I, m. Now I can tell at a glance it's a 3-syllable word. I can tell easily because of those 3 vowels that don't touch. All right, the first sound I can be spelled with just a single I right there. It follows the tap 2 rule. I is our new spelling hack for the day. It's in the middle syllable, so it gets to say I, even if there aren't 2 S's after it. And this I also says I right here just fine because of the tap 2 rule. This I says I because of the confident rule. This I says I because of the tap 2 rule. There's always a because. And if you ever wonder what the because is, just drop it in the questions and I'll be happy to answer. All right, now I want you to try this one on your own. Do you see how this one has an N in the middle right here and an M at the end? This next word is going to follow the same pattern. So if you're wondering if it's an N or an M, the middle sound is going to be an N, just like this one. The last sound is going to be an M, just like this one. Okay, your word is spintidim. Spintidim. Sp, I, n, t, I, d, I, m. Spintidim. 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 And then just leave it in the comments when you're ready. The best thing to do is to check to make sure that you have the same number of lines as me, that each of those lines has its own spelling, and then the same lines are dotted for the vowel sounds. Spin, ti, dim. This right here, Rowan, these last 3 sounds are dim, dim, like you're going to dim the lights. Spin, ti, dim. There you go. Nice. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Take your time. No hurry. Spin with my mouth open. Dim with my mouth closed. Mouth closed at the end and you'll have it. Spin. Here's spin. Here's t. Here's dim. Spin, t, dim. Spin, t, dim. This was a hard one, wasn't it? I know. Let's do this one together, shall we? So our consonants are s, p. That sound might have been hard to hear in the mic. And then there is our mouth open sound right there. T, t, I. And then dim. D, I, m. Okay, have we got that far so far? Spin, t, dim. Now you can hear all three of those vowel sounds are all I, aren't they? So here's this I that gets to spell, this I gets to spell the I sound right there because of the tap 2 rule. There are 2 consonants after it. This I also wanted to say I, which it can right there because it's in the middle syllable. That's the confident rule. And then this I right here gets to say I because of the tap 2 rule. These 2 are tap 2. This one is confident. Who's confident about the tap 2 rule? Who's confident about the confident rule? Put a yes. Give me a Y if you're feeling pretty confident about this rule, how it works. The confident rule with the I being able to spell the I sound in the middle syllable without 2 consonants after it. Good. Okay. Good. All right. Try this one. Let me get your feedback though. Do you want for the next one, because the last one was a little bit hard, do you want an easy one, a medium one, or a hard one? Give me an E, M, or H. Easy, medium, or hard? Hard, hard, medium, medium, medium. Medium it is. Getting mostly mediums there. Okay, medium it is. I agree. I think we should do a medium one. All right, I want our word to be I want this to come out clearly in the mic so you can hear what I'm saying. I lispin. Do you see this spin right here? That's how it's going to end. I lispin. I lispin. And all our vowels are going to be I's. There's not going to be any E's in this. If you're wondering if it's an I or an E, it's going to be an I. I lispin. Good. Beautiful. You got this. You did say you had it. I believe you. I lispin. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Nice Rowan. Nice Francesco. Nice Joseph. Beautiful, everyone. Yeah, take your time. I'll wait for a few more. Exactly. Very good, Red One. Gorgeous, Sheldon. Beautiful, everyone. Yeah, I think everybody's got this one. So our consonants are I, O, I, S, P, I, N. Vowels. I. This I can spell the I sound because of the tap 2 rule. I. This I spells its short sound because of the tap 2 rule. And this I also spells a short sound because of the tap 2 rule. So you might be wondering, doesn't this I get to say I because it's in the middle syllable? Sure, yeah, it is true, even though it doesn't really need the confident rule because there are already 2 consonants after it, but it can follow both rules. It can follow both rules right there. So it's a double reason why it says I right there. Okay, let's try one more. I think I'll make this one just a touch harder if that's okay. Just a touch harder if that's okay. Okay, this one is a touch harder. Try this one. Clissinid. Clissinid. Mouth is open in the middle. Let's move this up. Clissinid. Glistened. You have to think about this one in a particular spot. I don't want to give you too many hints, but I do want to set you up for success. I want you to pay attention to this spelling right there. Look at what's in that spot right there. Rowan, I need this letter right there. Give me that one. We're always going to spell the k sound with a C in this class until I teach you when to use a K and when to use a CK. Yeah. That's the most common spelling for the k sound by far, is a C. Yeah. And then we have an I at the end. Glistened. Glistened. There you go. Well done. All right, my friends, here's what's happening here. So we have that k sound spelled with a C. That is going to be the correct spelling for the k sound in 90% of the cases. Maybe not that many, but a lot. I'm going to teach you exactly when to use a K and when to use a CK, but that has its own lesson, its own 30-minute lesson. So for now, we always use a C. So our sounds: k, l, I, s, I, n, I, d. Now I'm looking in the comments and I am not seeing anybody. Oh, I see two people. Two people were able to figure this one out. It was a tough one. I told you it was going to be a hard one. Here's what's happening. So for this I right here, can that say I? Can this I spell the I sound? Now you got it, don't you? Now you see that this I cannot spell the I sound because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors away. That would force it to say I. I don't want it to say I want it to say I. I is a short vowel sound. Short vowel sounds require 2 consonants after them. If there's not 2, we make 2 by doubling the next letter. Now it can say I. What about this I? Can it say I? Can it spell the I sound right there? It also has a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. However, it is in the middle syllable. And that is our spelling hack for the day. You've learned that when I is in the middle syllable like that, there's a vowel before it that doesn't touch it and a vowel after it that doesn't touch it. Then that I gets to say I, regardless of if that N is doubled or not. And then the I sound right here also spells this I sound just fine because of the tap 2 rule. Glistened. Now, if you didn't spell it correctly, do you understand it now? Can I get a Y in the comments if you understand it now, if you didn't before? Good. Okay, beautiful. So today you have learned that, a couple things actually. You have learned that when I is in the middle syllable, it gets to make its short sound I. I gets to spell that short sound I without having to double the next letter. There doesn't have to be 2 consonants after it. That's only for I, and it's only for if it's in the middle syllable, not the middle of a word, the middle syllable of a word. But it feels like from what you shared with me in the comments that you're understanding this pretty well. And for the rest of the month, we're going to be revisiting that a lot, and so that you can have some more practice with that. All right, my friends, it has been a pleasure as always. I am going to prepare for my reading class. Hopefully I will see you over there in about 30 seconds. If not, then have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of your night. Bye, everybody.